Well, why podcasting and why family history? Look, my passion for podcasting started a couple of years ago within the Queensland Police, capturing people I work with who had a real passion for what they do, and I just love capturing their stories and sharing it with my colleagues. And one of the people that I really wanted to interview outside of the police was my pop. He was a really interesting guy. He had a really strong mindset, and at 82 years old, he cycled from Perth in WA to Tugun on the Gold Coast in Queensland. He did it by himself with no support crew, and it took him about a month and a half, 6 weeks. And as I started getting into podcasting, I really thought I should interview Pop one day, and the opportunity just never presented, and I let the opportunity pass, and unfortunately he passed away from skin cancer and left my nan behind. So when I rang the house one day, the phone rang out and it went to voicemail, and it was a recording that my pop had done before he passed away, and that was really the last time I'd heard his voice, and unfortunately that got deleted before I got to record that and keep that. So I had a bit of a regret that I never got to capture his story. My dad asked me if I could do one of these podcastings with my nan, and I did. Fantastic, fascinating stuff. Learnt so much about my nan I didn't realise, and I went on to interview my uncles and aunties and captured their stories as well. So it's a really fascinating thing for people to be able to get their story out for generations to come. And I always think I would have loved to have heard my great uncle or auntie, grandmother, and their story and their struggles when they were growing up, and what life was like for them. Is it much different from the way we live now, and what sort of things did they like to do when they were young and when they were my age, and what sort of advice would they give? So just think about when you're giving your story, or you're asking a loved one to give their story. It's about capturing your history for generations to come. So maybe you've got little babies in the family or some little kids, and when they grow up and have kids of their own, they'll be able to listen back to your story and to really capture what it was like for you growing up. So thanks for being a part of the program, and it's fantastic to have you along. It's going to be an exciting journey, and I can assure you that the interview will be over and done with before you know it. Usually people say to me, geez, was that an hour? Have we been talking for an hour? It goes very, very quickly. It's a lot of fun, and we can edit anything out that you don't want to put in there. So looking forward to being part of the journey with you. Thanks.